This sweater is a dove gray with a snowflake on the front. I know there's been some confusion lately, so just wanted to get that out of the way. Hi everybody, I'm Kate Welshofer, and this is One Cup Monday, wit, wisdom, and advice for you in the time it takes me to drink a cup of coffee. And I put a lamp back there. Today I am telling you a cautionary tale, which is to say it is a tale about caution. I consider myself a fairly careful person. I'm invested in personal safety, as I would like to keep my person safe. But there is a factor that has affected the things that I do, and more importantly, the way that I think, that has been a complete game changer. A few years ago, I started watching Criminal Minds. If you are not familiar, this is a CBS drama that follows an FBI profiling team. They are members of the BAU, the Behavioral Analysis Unit. It includes Greg from Dharma and Greg.
Greg Montgomery, Justice Department.
And most recently, Jennifer Love Hewitt. This show is intense as they use clues about human behavior to help catch the bad guys, or as they call them, the Unsubs, which stands for Unknown Subject. We're talking about serial killers, people who do things like collect eyeballs and maintain underground layers. It's kind of like Silence of the Lambs of shows. I love it! But here's the thing, Criminal Minds can turn a careful person into someone who considers everyone a suspect. You know, it's not Friday yet. I mean, I don't mind if you guys don't. Case in point, I walk into a mini-mart a few years ago and I see a guy who looks exactly like the unsub from the most recent episode. So the first thing I do is I call for backup. I text my two friends who also watch the show and I tell them, the unsub is in Stewart's. He's right here. He's right in front of me. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, is this guy gonna eat that bear claw in his car? Or is he gonna wait until he gets home to his murder dungeon? You see what I mean? He looks great back there. Fast forward, I pull into a parking lot a few nights ago, and I realize there's a car that's pulled in front of me. That person is parking, and so I park across. And I think to myself, it's late, you're a cautious person, so why don't you just wait and see who gets out of that car, and then you can, have a little bit more control over the situation. You're in your car, you're safe, the doors are locked, it's fine. Part of me feels bad because I'm thinking, that guy over there has no idea that in my mind, I'm thinking that he is a completely psychotic murderer. But I don't know him. I don't care, so I stay in the car. But in my mind, I'm thinking, this is silly. I can see him through my side mirror, so I have a good bird's eye view of the situation. So there I'm sitting, and I'm waiting, and I'm watching, and I'm waiting, and it seems to be taking a while. So I continue to wait, and then finally, the person emerges from the car. It is in fact a gentleman. And so I'm looking, I can't really tell how old he is, relatively tall, but I'm like, okay. So I'm watching, and I'm thinking, all right, well, I'll just wait until he moves on, and then I will get out of my car and continue on my way. Because this is how my mind works. The whole time I'm thinking, this is so stupid that I'm doing this. But I continue to wait, because now I'm in it. Now I'm waiting, and I'm thinking, go with your instincts. This is important. He gets out of the car, and I'm waiting for him to walk away. But he doesn't walk away. He opens the trunk. Now I'm interested. I still have the bird's eye view on the side mirror, so I'm keeping an eyeball on him. I'm watching what he's doing. And he leans in, down into the trunk, and he pulls out a cake. I am not kidding you. A cake, a sheet cake, a grocery store sheet cake, because you can tell it has that grocery store sheet cake dome over the top. You're probably thinking, it's a cake. Coast clear, all is well. But I watch Criminal Minds. Hang on, I have to adjust because someone needs to get closer to the story. Right, again, Friday is not for several more days, although we all wish it was Friday right now. I see a guy take a cake out of a trunk, and no, I don't think coast is clear and all is well and let's just get out of the car. No, and my mind immediately goes to Dr. Spencer Reid, the boy genius of the BAU Criminal Minds crew, rattling off another one of his know-it-all monologues. He's the guy who remembers everything, he knows everything, he's super, super smart. He always remembers all the previous cases and the previous criminals that have been studied. He's like a walking encyclopedia. I see a guy take a cake out of a trunk and I, in Spencer Reed's voice, am hearing, Chester Riverton used to suffocate his victims with cake he started killing after an overweight clown died of a stroke at his 12th birthday. The weapon signified his hatred of gluttony. They called him the Frosting Marauder. I am too proud to die face down in a cake. Have a great week. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave your irrational fears in the comments, and I'll see you next time.